Hi, welcome to an introduction of War of Beasts. I will be showing you a two-player game of the standard War of Beasts game. To start, you want to shuffle the deck really well, best you can. Here I'm going to be playing player A, and here is player B. You would go ahead and shuffle, and then deal 7 cards to both players. In a multiplayer game, everybody would get 7 cards, but this is going to be a 2-player game, so we'll deal out 7 cards. There is 7, and then you would put the deck in the middle. This would now be the draw deck. 12. So now both players have 7 cards, and typically who goes first is the lowest hand, and so the player A would say, I have 2 1s, because that's pretty low. You can say, I just have 1 1. Then player B would say, well, I also have a 1. But then player A says, well, I have 2 1s. Then player B would say, well, yep, go ahead, you go first. So player A goes first, and he'll go play a killer B1, and then draw a card. We got another 12. Player B can beat this one with either 9 or 10, or he can go to war. But he also can use a phenomena to make this not go to war, and he can then add this +1 to this 1 just to beat his 1. So now this dung beetle is a 2. This 1 was beat and goes into the discard pile. Then player B goes ahead and draws 2 cards to back up the 7. Player A will then needs to beat a 2. He can use his plus phenomena on the 1 to do it. Or he can then play a higher card. So he decides to go ahead and go to war. So he plays a 2 versus another 2. So this would be a war, initiate the war. Player A then draws 2 cards to go back up to 7. And then these cards will then play for war. Player B will win this. Player A will win this, whoever wins the war. In war, you can get rid of the phenomena, and they're just playing for the 1s. Now they're typically playing for these gems. These gems, the object of the game is to collect as many gems as you can. 10 gems will win the game in a 2-player game. In a 3-player game, you have 9 gems will win the game. In a 4-player game, 8 gems. So let's go ahead and initiate the war. So we go ahead and play the war. So this player put the card down first, and then this player initiated. Player A initiated. So player B would go first. Player B gets a phenomena, and so he has to keep drawing until he gets a beast. Ooh, you got a stone dragon. So this 12 gets acted on by this asteroid, subtracting 1. So now he has 11. So player A needs to beat an 11. He got a 3. He didn't get it. So player B wins this 1 gem, and it goes into his win pile. The rest of these cards are then discarded. Because player B won the war, player A would go first. Player A is looking. Oh, he's just going to throw out his 7. Pretty low. Not too bad. Player B needs to beat a 7. He has multiple ways to do it. He can use his phenomena with his 5, or he can just use this 9 to beat the 7. So that's what he's going to do and draw a card. You got a 6. So player A now needs to beat a 9. He's just going to go ahead and play a 10, massive gorilla, and draw a card. This 10 and this 10 can initiate a war, but I think player B wants to do as best as he can here and use his phenomena to make this 10 as high as he can and see if he can win outright. So I'll play the 10 and then add a +1. This only has water, it doesn't have fire. And then this one has water and fire. So now you have a 10, 11, 12, 13. So all these cards can go in the discard. And now we're playing for 13. Player B goes ahead and draws the rest of his hand to back up to 7. Player A needs to beat a 13. He could do it. And I think he's going to try to go as big as he can. And he'll play a 12 with +2 and a +1 and another +1. So you have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, which definitely beats the 13. So the 13 will go in the discard. The top beast will now be a 16 from player A. Player A then draws back up to 7. Player B sees a 16 and says, yep, I can't beat that. Go ahead and take your gems. So player A wins 4 gems. Now player B would go first, and he could start high. He doesn't have to play his lowest card, but sometimes it's good to play your lowest card to get rid of it. So he'll play a 4. Go ahead and draw a card. Now it's player A's turn. A needs to beat a 4. He thinks this could be a good play to subtract this down to a 2 and play a 2 for a war. Go ahead and draw back up. Now he's only playing for 1 gem, but he just won 4, so he felt like it's a good risk to get rid of the 2. So he player A initiated war. Player B will go ahead and go first. We can get rid of this phenomena. So now they're playing for 2 gems and 1 gem. And player B will go ahead and draw off the top. He gets a plus phenomena, which is really nice. And then he gets a 5, but gets a +1 from this phenomena, which makes it a 6. So then now player A goes ahead and draws. Ooh, he gets a plus phenomena, health elixir. Oh, he gets a 12. He's 13. He goes ahead and wins the 2. Another gem. Now player A is at 5 gems.